I think that that's the simple calculus. Overall iPhone revenue beat, right? Greater China slightly missed. It's not until the analyst call that you get the commentary. It's usually from the CFO rather than Tim Cook that says, actually, by category or product, be it iPhone, Mac, wearables, here's how we did. And in that explanation, we will find out, did iPhone grow in China or not? It's interesting, the miss is, it's a miss, it's slight. The only other thing that I point out is that you have to read between the lines a bit, and the Apple once again has a new record high of number of installed devices around the world. That's the number of people with an Apple hardware product or device somewhere in the world. It's growing. But where in particular, which product line? That's kind of the question next.
But Ed, that's an important number, because increasingly as people hold on to these devices for longer, the more of them that are out there, the more people are spending on services like Apple TV Plus, Apple Music, iCloud, and the like. I know I'm certainly not buying new devices right now, but I'm still spending each month quite a bit on Apple, and Apple loves that. It's a high margin business.
Yeah, the timing of this is very interesting. So in the release, they talk about the rollout of Apple Intelligence, which is staggered, as Mark Gurman has reported here at Bloomberg News. Apple Intelligence is the company's proprietary AI or generative AI offering. It's a suite of software tools in iOS that can do various things. This past week, I was offered to upgrade my iOS to 18.1. Then I was put on a wait list for Apple Intelligence. That's a long preamble to say we don't know anything from this release. And you noted that services missed, right? That all this work they put in AI and all of the delay translates to consumers spending more money within the iOS or Apple ecosystem. And I know that many analysts and investors are going to be listening carefully for that.
Let's go through some of these numbers again if you're just joining us. Apple shares down about 1.7% in the after hours. They reported just about 5 minutes ago. Fourth quarter revenue came in above estimates at $94.93 billion. Fourth quarter iPhone revenue came in above estimates at $46.22 billion. That's $1 billion more than what analysts were expecting. Fourth quarter Greater China revenue, though, coming in below estimates. Does that mean the iPhone 16 is a huge success, Ed?
You have to read between the lines again. Until an executive says it definitively on the call, you don't know. But there were other areas that were a bit of a surprise, right? iPad was a surprising miss, despite having released new generation. So take that. Mac revenue came in at 100 million more than the same period a year ago, or maybe sequentially. In line with expectations. So that's not giving a surprise contribution. What's left? We know services revenue missed. Maybe iPhone. Piecing it together.
Well, how much of the iPhone 16 was sold in this most recent quarter? Like, do we know?
No, we don't know.
In terms of availability.
So in terms of availability, I'm trying to go through the 10Q and the thing to look at the inventory number, because that's the next place that I look, and I can't find it yet. But come to me with another one, and I'll try to catch up.
Okay, so I'll give you some time to look for that. The reason I always am interested in that is because they announced this thing in September, goes on sale a few weeks later. The quarter ends after only a couple weeks after that iPhone goes on sale. In some years, Emily, they haven't even been able to put the new phone on sale before the quarter ends.
The earnings.
So it's just a question of, okay, how many people were buying the old iPhone versus the new iPhone right here as an indication of how well is that new model selling?